This is a short demonstration to guide you in the use of a wheelchair. So to fit somebody in a wheelchair, we'll go ahead and have them sitting in the wheelchair and make sure that there's enough room and that their feet are sitting correctly. So when they sit down, you want them to be close to the armrests, but you still want some wiggle room, some space in between. You'll also want to make sure that their legs are comfortable, typically at about 90 degrees at their knees, but you also don't want the edge of the chair to cut off anything behind their legs. You can adjust how high their legs sit by adjusting the footrests, and these can be done with push buttons on the side. You'll also want to make sure that both feet are adjusted to the same height. While every wheelchair is different, most wheelchairs will have many components that are the same. So first, for the footrests. These can be adjusted and brought up to be brought out of the way. And they can also be adjusted by pushing a lever. Some sort of button is typically on the inside. When you push this, the footrest will swing over and it can swing out of the way. The footrest can then also be taken off of the pins and taken off and then put back on. The footrest can also be adjusted to be a different height. And this can be done with these push buttons to push in and to adjust how high the footrest sits, which adjusts the person's legs. Every wheelchair will also have caster wheels at the bottom. These can be swung in and out so that they're out of the way, again, if a person is moving in or out of the wheelchair. Every wheelchair will also have brakes, which is typically a lever on the side, and you can push this down to lock the brakes, and you want to make sure that it's fully locked to make it stable. And this is especially important if somebody is moving out of the wheelchair so that the wheels don't roll on them. Most wheelchairs you can also take off the armrests. There's usually a button or some sort of lever on the front and sometimes the back, just to push in and lift up. Some wheelchairs, the armrest will also swivel back, but typically the armrests are removable. On wheelchairs, sometimes once you take off the footrests, it can be difficult to remember which side is which because they look so similar. The easiest way is to have the footrest down and see which side that it would fit on. You can also mark footrests with a piece of tape to mark right and left. This video is not all-encompassing, so if you have any questions, please ask your physician.